maybe Death's not actually coming for our family. Because that would be crazy.
Interesting facts about Final Destination movie franchise. Jeffrey Reddick wrote Final Destination after reading a story about a woman who was on vacation, and her mom called her and said, "Don't take the flight tomorrow. I have a really bad feeling about it." The woman swapped planes, and the plane she was meant to take crashed. Originally conceived as an episode of The X-Files, Reddick opted to expand the script into a feature-length picture at the request of one of his New Line Cinema colleagues. After establishing the feature concept, New Line Cinema recruited Reddick to write a screenplay. James Wong and Glenn Morgan were later brought on board to write the shooting script, making changes to meet their requirements. All of its films revolve around the premise of a small group of people escaping approaching death after one of them gets a sudden premonition that informs them of a great tragedy that is about to occur. After averting their forecasted deaths in the visions, the survivors are eventually killed one by one in odd accidents triggered by an unseen force, by establishing elaborate chains of cause and effect, resembling Rube Goldberg machines, and then reading omens to avoid their deaths once more. The franchise has been acclaimed for its unique premise of death as an invisible entity rather than a typical slasher antagonist, as well as the inventiveness of the film's frequently confusing and frightening death sequences. The Final Destination film franchise has etched a unique and indelible mark upon the horror genre, differentiating itself from slasher flicks and supernatural thrillers with its chillingly plausible premise, the inescapable nature of death. This series, born from a rejected X-Files script, has captivated audiences with its elaborate death sequences, suspenseful narratives, and the constant, creeping dread of fate. Beyond the visceral thrills, the franchise is rich with interesting details that contribute to its enduring appeal. The genesis of Final Destination is perhaps one of its most intriguing aspects. Originally conceived by Jeffrey Reddick as a spec script for the iconic television series, The X-Files, the concept was deemed too ambitious for a single episode. However, its potential was recognized, leading to its development as a standalone feature film. This origin story highlights the unique blend of supernatural elements and grounded realism that defines the franchise. While the premonitions that drive the plot are firmly rooted in the realm of fiction, the disasters themselves often draw inspiration from real-life tragedies. This grounding in reality, however loosely, lends an unsettling plausibility to the films, making the audience's fear more palpable. One of the more subtle, yet fascinating, aspects of the Final Destination universe is the recurring homage to classic horror. Character names often echo those of renowned horror directors and actors, creating an intricate web of references that enrich